I just got a letter from my health insurance company, and the timing, the timing is just incredible, because what this letter says is you are receiving this explanation of benefits because we will not pay for one of or more of the services that you received. We will not pay. And the thing that they will not pay for is one chemo session that costs $15,000. And I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping it's a mistake, because my doctor confirmed that I got approval from my insurance company before I started the chemo, and I've been on it for a few months now, so I don't know why suddenly one session would not be covered. It's not even the $15,000 that really scares me. What I'm afraid of is that maybe the insurance company suddenly decided that they're not going to cover the treatments anymore, right? So like they just suddenly made that decision and there's nothing I can do about it. And no one told me. So maybe I don't owe that $15,000, but moving forward, they're not going to cover it anymore. Like what then? Because I get chemo once every 3 weeks, and that is for the rest of my life, or like for however long it's working, which is hopefully a long time, because when you have stage 4 cancer, like there's no cure. You just have to constantly be on treatments to make sure that the tumors aren't growing anymore. And I can't afford $15,000 once every 3 weeks. I don't know anyone who can. So if the insurance company decides for some reason that they're not going to cover it and there's nothing I can do, then what would happen is that my doctor would probably have to take me off of it and put me on something else that's cheaper. Might work. Something else might work, but it might not. And the first chemo I tried didn't work. So I don't love the idea of coming off a treatment that's working. Who knows how long this will even keep working for? Because it's working. I actually recently got my latest MRI scan, and compared to the ones in September, the ones in September were like a hot mess. I have tumors all over my spine. But the biggest one was actually the one that caused my fracture, and it came out of the bony part of the vertebra and actually protruded into the spinal cavity. And like, if this is my spinal cord, right, which is like, it runs all down your back and controls functions from like your brain all the way down to your toes. The tumor had actually gotten to the point where it was touching the spinal cord, like just barely touching it. And if it kept growing and started pushing on the spinal cord, that would have caused immense pain and nerve damage and who knows what. I might have lost the ability to walk, the ability to like control my bladder and bowels, like who knows. And damage to your spinal cord is irreversible. Like there's no fixing that. But thankfully, the December scans showed that the tumor had actually shrunk and retreated just barely, like still in the spinal cavity, but not touching the spinal cord. So there is some space now. We're talking millimeters, like literally millimeters between me being able to like walk and live relatively normally and being paralyzed, I don't know. And honestly, this letter feels like a threat. It feels like my life is being threatened, and saying we will not pay for your life-saving treatment feels like a threat on my life. And I feel like in this country, we have a right to self-defense when someone is threatening your life.